Hello, you Rowan. Welcome to the Theatre of the Mind. Bugger me, said a spokesperson. Live 274, Rev. Well, I never. Oh, hang on. Nearly got me. No, I won't explain. Welcome to the Theatre of the Mind this evening. We're hurtling headlong towards, Christmas. So, welcome. And I will commend everyone in the chat this evening. It's funnier than anything I can be. So thank you, everyone. Hang on a second. I just need one of these. There you go. Not coughed all day. I start here, 10 seconds in, boof, said a spokesperson. So what are we going to do tonight? Oh, I've no idea. We're going to crack on with a bit of Starmer Cheek. Loves it, seemingly. Bit of Starmer Cheek. And we're gonna do our Christmas film clash, because if we don't do it tonight, we're not going to do it ever. We're going to talk about Erica Kirk, because, well, it gets more Kirkier. Starmer's the main one that's getting it, really. He's married, so I doubt that. So thank you to everyone that's managed to wend their weary way into the body of the Kirk, away from the zombie apocalypse and the shops and the madness and we'll play some Christmas music that'll make you spend more money. Yeah, it's not like we haven't noticed that. Welcome. We're just making sure this is not going to not. So let's get into the comments. They're lovely. And I will tell you a couple of Chris Rea things tonight. On Shaw. Well, it's not a Shaw to mission, but I'm kind of all over the place tonight. Last night I was kind of on it and ready and tonight I'm sort of a bit punch drunk. I have no idea why, because I've had no alcohol today whatsoever, if I may say. But I just feel a bit punch drunk. Bloody Christmas, man. Stuart's first in the body of the Kirk. Stuart, young sir, welcome. Where's my Jaeger bombs? You wrongin'? I need sustenance. I do have my hibiscus. Sister Mary says you've been missing of late. Well, I know you're a busy chap, so just making sure you're okay. And I know everyone's got, like, some people are not. Neil Cunningham's not in the body of the Kirk tonight. Stuart's had stuff on, and Andrew has had stuff on, but he's in the body of the Kirk tonight. So it's and may I commend everyone for their manners. Manners maketh man. And there's Stuart and Neil and Andrew all saying, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and Stuart saying, good evening, Adrian. Got my Christmas sweets and altar wine ready for the entertainment. Oh dear Lord, Stuart, you haven't taken out a second mortgage to buy some chocolate and sweets. Don't share. I don't share either. As much as I try telling everybody around me, but they're thieving little oiks, little pickers with big knickers, and they're at the sweets and the chocolate. And Sister Mary, well, what can I say? She's been looking at those Epstein file photographs, and she said to me, Reverend, have you seen that very odd glove that someone's wearing? And I said, no, Sister Mary, I haven't. Why? She said, well, I think you should. So I said, okay, Sister Mary, I'll go and have a look. So I went and had a look, and I went back and went, right, Sister Mary, what's your take on that? Oh, I say, did they have a problem with their thumb? I said, what do you mean, Sister Mary? And she said, well, it looks like they've either been stung with a bee or their thumb has a bulbous end to it. I said, right, what are you saying? She said, well, I've never seen a glove like that before in my life. I said, well, there's other things in the photograph, Sister Mary. Did you see those? Oh, no. I tried not to, corrupt my sight by seeing that filth in the Epstein pictures and the Epstein files. I said, okay, so how did you see the glove one? She said, oh, it was one of the Austrian nuns, Rev. I said, what do you mean? It was one of the Austrian nuns, what, wearing that rather bizarre glove? And she went, no. She come running into the body of the Kirk and said, Sister Mary, have you seen that glove? Do you know anywhere I could buy half a dozen? And Sister Mary said, I've no idea what she was talking about, Reverend. But I did have a look at the glove. I was just worried that someone had a little prick in their thumb. And I said, Sister Mary, it's very gracious of you, especially at this time of the year. It's goodwill to all men and women and Austrian nuns. So just make sure they calm down and don't upset the parishioners this evening for our last live before we get to Christmas 2025. Okay, Reverend, she says, I'll go and put the urn on. We'll get the hot water going. I'll get the piles cushions out. I've given them a quick wipe. Give them a quick wipe. You know what the parishioners are like, Reverend. I said, I do, Sister Mary. I do. I've seen some very odd things in those pile cushions. And she said, I'll get the altar wine out, especially for Stuart, who I think is in great need, Reverend. And the Battenberg, well, it's getting to the cold nights. They're now, the nights are shorter now by 2 minutes a night. So by the time we get to my birthday at the end of January, we should be all right. We'll be almost summertime. So, Stuart, welcome, young sir. Welcome to the body of the Kirk, as ever. Always good to see you. Neil Cunningham says, good evening, all. R.I.P. Chris Ryan. I won't be around for the live tonight, so I would like to wish the Reverend, the new Mrs. Allen, and everyone. She's booked off for a couple of days. I've no idea. Fancy man, I think. Genuinely, I've no idea where she's gone. I was here 1 minute, and there was noise and kerfuffle, and the next minute I'm sitting here thinking, hang on a second, it's gone quiet. When it goes quiet, there's something going on. So I went and had a peruse around the house. Bugger me, I'm on my own. Brilliant, brilliant. I can have anything I want. Yeah, brilliant. Alcohol, chocolate, whoa. Type 2 diabetic, whoa, stuff that. And now I realise, well, she might not be coming back. Hurrah! Party, everyone! And everyone in the Kirk are very, very happy. Honestly, I'm either delusional tonight or I'm giddy from Christmas. So thank you, Neil. I do hope you watch on catch up. Happy Christmas to everybody in the body of the Kirk. Stay safe, be merry, and enjoy. As I said last night on the live, 6,000 calories on Christmas Day in 1 day. Amateurs, said a spokesperson. So I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with this toothpick. Maybe I want to kind of look hard. I want to look like a Hollywood movie star. I haven't been to Diddy parties, so I legitimately can't be a movie star. But you know, all the hard 50s movie stars like James Cagney. Somebody said to me, "You look like James Cagney, Adrian, Reverend." I was like, "Which one of them? What do you think's James Cagney like?" Oh, I'm so glad I could sit down and have a rest and talk to you. Because this is not working, actually. It's not like working. I think I may be more accurate. It's just sitting here prattling on, man. Pop and prattle, pop and prattle. Some people will get that. Oh, they'll definitely get it. David Graham. So, Neil, if you're on catch up, thank you for your very kind words. It's been good to have you in the body of the Kirk in 2025. Long may it rain. Not rain, water, rain, but rain as in crown, king, and Charles the bloody wig. Bloody thing. David Graham says, oh, good evening, Reverend. And evening all. Well, sad day for music for the passing of Chris Rea at the age of 74. The lad from Middlesbrough did great. I send my wishes to the borough folk from me here in Sunderland. R.I.P. Chris. Now, people outside of the northeast won't really know this. People outside of the Teesside won't really know this, but the Rea family make fantastic ice cream. And, I've had quite a few lemon tops in my time. That's not a euphemism before you start. Lemon tops is vanilla ice cream, very creamy ice cream, with lemon sorbet on top. And the Rea family make fantastic lemon tops. So I've probably, in the last 40 years, I've probably kept the Rea family in profit, even in winter. Because somebody said to me yesterday, ice cream at this time of year. And I was like, right, and? Well, it's cold. I said, so's the bloody ice cream. Food's food. Or am I just being a northeastern fag? Marley's in the body. So, Chris Rea. So, yeah, the Rea family make fantastic ice cream. Proper fantastic ice cream. Lemon top, try it. Anytime you go to the northeast, especially Teesside, seek out a Rea cafe, or anybody know, what was it? Was it not Silver Bullet? What was the film? Mens Rea. Oh, it's a quote from. I'll have to have a think about it, so I can get back to the characters, because for some inexplicable reason, Chris Rea, Mens Rea, I have no idea. And Chris Rea, I was going to interview him once. Cool, blimey, a long time ago. This was 91, I think it was, a fair old time. And a couple of people that I knew were massive Chris Rea fans, massive, massive, massive. And so they just gave me all the questions that really the Chris Rea fans would want to know, want the answer to. And it just, for whatever reason, it had nothing to do with Chris and had nothing to do with me, but I just never got the chance to do the interview. So, but I'll kind of get into the comments, because Amalia and David and others were talking about Chris's favourite, like the Fool If You Think It's Over, Elkie Brooks or Chris Rea, and my own personal my own personal favourite for many reasons, mostly because wherever I was in the country, I would always drive back to, and I've like Christmas Eve. I would, when I was living in London, I would drive back home to the northeast to see my mum and dad, and when I was living in Edinburgh, I would drive down to see my mum and dad on Christmas Eve to stay with them for a couple of days, because the arrangement was that I would stay with them for Christmas Day, and the rest of the family would go over on Boxing Day, and I would always start that journey with driving home for Christmas. And I'd get there, obviously not being able to before the drive, but could after the drive. I'd take my dad out for a couple of beers at the local, get absolutely shitted, and stagger back at midnight. Obviously the pub closed at last orders at 11:15. Did I say that out loud, Your Honour? But it was like one of the ghost stories. One of the ghost stories was talking about, a small tincture in local pub, and where my parents used to live, because neither of them are around now, sadly. But me and my dad used to go and have a big snifter. And there was one time I had to put it down to a bad pint, but literally went out right as rain, had a couple of beers with my dad, had my then current girlfriend with me, and got back home and said, "Oh, I really don't feel very well." And they said, "Well, why is that? Is it food? Is it?" I said, "I don't know." And literally for 24 hours, I was at death's door. I mean, they didn't stop eating or anything. I was just laid in bed, death's door. Oh, well, you missed out on dinner. Shouldn't have had too much to drink on Christmas Eve. I was like, I didn't. I only had a few pints, man. Oh, yeah. And so, yes, driving home for Christmas. I was trying to work out what that had to do with Chris Rea. And lots of people were saying in the body of the Kirk that that's their favourite by him, because it is. I mean, the family now will make a shit ton of money from it. And he was always loved his cars. Chris Rea loved his cars. And everybody that I know that has interviewed him, some of my other radio colleagues have said, lovely guy, nice guy. Was quite shy, didn't like doing interviews, but great songster, great songwriter. So, yeah, Chris Rea, 74. I mean, didn't he, must have been 20 odd years ago, if not more, he had a heart attack. And he only just survived that heart attack and sort of retreated from the public gaze. Still did concerts and stuff. But I'm trying to think of my favourite. Phil, If You Think It's Over was, and didn't Robert Palmer cover one of Chris Rea's songs? I can't remember off the top of my head which one. So, welcome to the Body of the Kirk. Bloody hell, you're chatting on tonight, Adrian. Anybody in Body of Kirk, smash the likes on your way in and wipe your feet on the way in. You're wrong. Not on the way out. So, if you could, that would help the Body of the Kirk and the channel immensely. So David Graham, welcome. Amalia, welcome. Didn't really ever listen to Rhea apart from Feckin' Phone. That, Amalia, made me laugh out loud. I know you're having problems with your phone, but it was just in the flow of, I didn't really ever listen to Chris Rea apart from his Feckin' Phone. So you listen to his Feckin' Phone, Amalia. I'm teasing you, of course. David says, Chris also sang Fool If You Think It's Over, which was also a top 20 hit for Elkie Brooks in 1982. A Middlesbrough legend. He is for sure, alongside Brian Clough and Paul Daniels, etc., etc. Should I? I mean, I've met. Look, there are very few people that I ever wanted to meet. There was only like a handful. One was Muhammad Ali. Other one was Brian Clough, and I met Brian Clough. So mentioning Brian David brings back very many very happy memories. And Paul Daniels, if only I could tell you, because his wife Debbie McGee still alive. But well, showbiz apocryphal stories. What can I say? You like it? Not a lot. No, I can't get around that one. I'll have to wait till. I mean, Debbie's going to be around for a while. She was much younger than Paul. Bless her. Blah 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 blah. Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone. Evening Amalia. Evening David. Let's get into Neil. Do smash the likes on your way in, peeps. So if Neil Cunningham's told you, get sorted. Yeah. Nearly 100 people watching. I'm just waiting for people to get their feet under the table. And 35 people smashing their likes. I mean, how weird, man. Sandro James. Sorry, I've not been in the Kirk. I saw the Messiah performed at my cathedral and been to the Midlands. So Andrew James, you're most welcome into the body of the Kirk anytime. But good to have you here this evening. But Tom Harney's evening all, as a wrong philosopher once said. I've missed these, Tom, you slacker. As a wrong philosopher once said, you never know before till after. Now, break out the Battenberg and all the wine and hang on, what is that? And boogie like you've never boogied before, said a wrong philosopher. So I'm just going to hit that a couple of times. Oh, Sandra's in the body of the Kirk. Evening, Sandra. Hey up, Adrian. Happy Christmas. All heads up to all who play in red and white. Mikey Sunderland. I'll keep my eye on the Blades. I do think we should have footy everywhere on Boxing Day, because it's like it's a tradition at the Stadium of Light that we should have Boxing Day footy. Don't matter whether we win or lose. It's just Boxing Day footy, and it's always a sellout. It's a full house on Boxing Day. And what have they done? Oh, the bloody footballers. They want to have a Christmas. What? Earning millions of pounds a year. And they're kicking off. See what I did there? Kicking off about not having a Christmas. Oh, yeah. Wait till you're in your mid-30s and your career's coming to an end, and then you go, oh, what am I going to do? Well, you can have your Christmases for the next 50 or 60 years. You complaining slacker. Remember to be careful when letting off party poppers in the Kirk, as the choir boys don't like picking the streamers out of their cassocks. I know. It's all that Mars bars and poppers and uppers and amyl nitrate. I keep telling them not to, to break the law. Breaking the law, Judas Priest. Hang on, what's going on there? Welcome, Tom. Welcome, Sandra. Welcome, Garen Davis. Good evening, all. And Phil Van Bad Juju. Hey, what? Hey, Gribbo, I couldn't make last night. Was watching our Christmas charity tractor run. Amazing to see. Gribbo, have you seen the farmers in Europe kicking off? Like, proper kicking off. Ursula von der Leyen, bitch. I mean, I think she needs to change her name. She's got 7 kids. No wonder she's got 7 kids if she's Ursula von der Leyen on her back all the time. Cell Rebel, we're having a nightmare run in the championship. Slipping down on who? Cell Rebel is the question to ask. And David Graham, Wrexham v Sheffield United on Boxing Day, and Sunderland versus Leeds on December 28th. I know, December 28th, that's not Boxing Day, man. What we're going to do now, as families, we'll just have to fight each other. That's why they call it Boxing Day. Zombie apocalypse on, so everybody's, the sales start on Black Friday, like 6 weeks ago. So we get the sales day, Boxing Day sales, and we haven't got any because they were all done on Amazon on Black Friday at the beginning of December. Super Ted. Evening, Adrian. Sorry I'm late. Just got back from the Vatican. Oh, I say, Super Ted. Have they spectacles, testicle, wallet, and watch? Have they ordained you, Super Ted? Are you? Were you there visiting, or were you there seeing Leo, the Pope? Seemingly. So hope you had a good. Les Griffiths, Starmer booed at the Royal Variety. Do you know, I was trying to find that to make a video this afternoon, because it's just, and we are going to talk about the Starmers, like the pews. And you know the reason why we call the pews the Starmers? Because they're hard on your ass. Right, I'll just leave you chatting. We'll get into stuff once we get everybody in the body of the Kirk. I've been beavering away today. The final ghost stories are coming. First, can I ask? You can tell me in the chat if you want. Have you enjoyed or have you had chance to listen to the Santa Claus program show, where all the kids of the East Midlands are calling in and speaking to Santa Claus, Father Christmas? Because Phil Levan, has the Royal Variety been on the telly yet? I'm sure they daren't. They daren't Phil Levan, because, well, he got booed quite badly, seemingly. But I mean, I know it's that time of the year where it's goodwill to all men and women except the Prime Minister, because he's the Prime Minister, and they haven't got a clue what they're doing. Oh, Amalia. So Amalia's not made time for the Santa Claus program, and the reason why I've only put it up for a couple of days is simply this: it's, you know, if you're walking the dog and you've got your ears in, and or you're doing some last minute wrapping, or you just want something in the background while you're writing cards, or putting Christmas decorations up, or just getting the house ready for visitors, or doing, it's only 40 odd minutes, 42 I think. Thank you, Stuart. Stuart says, I've got the notification for the Santa video, but haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I will, though. It's so it's the audio from the show, and honestly, it's magical. In my view, magical, because all the kids are so excited to be on the phone. They're not bothered about being on the radio. They're not bothered about speaking to me. They're just bothered about getting through and speaking to Father Christmas. And you know how kids are. They're beautiful and gentle and kind, and just, for me, presenting that show, it was just wonderful. It's one of the best things I've ever done on the radio, and still to this day, it chokes me up, simply because obviously there's some kids who want, right, I want an Xbox, and I want this, and I want this, and I want this, and I want this. But there's some surprises in there. No spoilers. There's some surprises in there, and you'll know what I mean when you listen to it. I just thought it was simply magnificent. That's why I kept a copy of it. There is other stuff in my archive which I'm going to try and get hold of and try and put on my archive on the channel. But that in Solus is one of the best things I ever did, by a country mile, including 9/11, Diana stuff. Hi, Lynn. I want some of the newbies on tonight. If anybody's not, have I popped your cherry, Lynn, by mistake? Lynn says, "Hiya, Santa Claus program, beautiful. It is magical, very emotional." Oh, don't start me off, Lynn. Bloody hell, man. Because I'm known in radio as one take Alan. You just stick me in front and blang, buff, off, done, finished. Right, can I go to the pub now? And it took me 10 takes to do a little 60-second intro, because every time I just got choked up, and I was like, what the bloody hell's going on here? Come on, man. You're a seasoned broadcaster. What is going on? But literally, as Lynn has said to you, I promise you, if you listen to it, especially if you're kind of doing other stuff in the background, it is if I may be so bold. It's one of the best things I've ever done. Evening all, 3 sleeps to go, says Nicky Watson. Welcome, Nicky, to the Body of the Kirk. And now that we've got over 100 in, we'll crack on and just smash the likes while I'm knocking my pipe out here for you. You're wrong. So we'll do the film clash tonight. We've got 8 rounds. Have we got 8 rounds? Hang on. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we've got 8 rounds. So basically, me and you are going to find out what the best Christmas film ever is. Is it going to be Elf? Is it going to be A Wonderful Life? Is it going to be Muppet Christmas Carol? Is it going to be Love Actually or Miracle on 34th Street? Die Hard? Well, they'd have to cut a hole in the coffin lid for that to happen. The Polar Express, Home Alone. Stop it! So yes, you and I, we will work out because it's evening all. Like smashed. Thank you, NB Media. Enigma Blue, can't stand as that sister of Bonnie. Can't stand Christmas. There's a lot of people can't stand Christmas, which is why we are gently easing our way in. I have to stop that, Adrian. Elf and It's a Wonderful Life are my 2 favourites. Hard to choose between those 2. Brilliant, Stuart. Des Ashton. Oh, no, it isn't. Oh, yes, it is. I've never seen most of them films. It's only A Wonderful Life. Right, so should we do round 1 then? Let's do round 1 now, and then we'll get into Starmer and Erica Kirk and the Americano, because I think the Trump DJT is taking a well-earned rest. Bonnie Blue, no. Mind you, I think she's lost her crown now, because Jake Paul was on his knees more time than Bonnie Blue in that fight with AJ. No. No, Wizard of Oz or Sound of Music. No, Napoleon Blown Apart. No, Napoleon Blown Apart. I was kind of looking. I was researching something, and some geezer on socials calling themselves Napoleon Blown Apart, and I thought, is it? Could it be Napoleon Blown Apart and Mrs. Blown Apart undercover on socials? So just to let you know, I nearly followed this geezer, but it might be you. Has a certain je ne sais quoi about them. But I couldn't see there. Sorry, Napoleon Blown Apart. So Rebel, you tart, has just said Wizard Sleeve, more like, eh? If you know, you know. We watched Home Alone last night, just for giggles. Brilliant, Rich. NB Media. Grease and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. They're not Christmas movies, man. Grease is the word. Chip pan, fat. Loads of Jaws on over Christmas. What's Christmassy about a great white? Need a bigger boat. Fill the van. Brilliant. Comic Mania. Bonnie Blue Christmas movie. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. All my kids grew up watching it. Wasn't Christmas without it on the telly. Oh, nice one, Gribbo. So let's do round 1. This is how it works this evening. There's 8 rounds. We'll kind of we'll do a round and then mine's a pint, and we'll do a round and then we'll get onto some of the other stuff. I'm going to watch Beetlejuice tonight. Oh, Amalia, fantastic film. It's like Beetlejuice the planet. It exists. It's a thing. Yes. With the migrants, we're going to need a bigger shark. P.D. Ham, Great Escape. Yeah, it was. P.T. Ham, welcome to the Body of the Kirk. Hope you're well. Albert Medcalf, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That's in the voting. It's in one of those 8 rounds. Scrooge, says Mark Ogden. Welcome, Mark. Welcome to the Body of the Kirk. Yeah, Les Griffiths, Amalia, I'm married to it. Is that Beetlejuice, Les, by any chance? So, round 1. So, we'll do a round, and it's got 2 films in it, and you vote for either number 1 or number 2. And whichever one gets the most votes, it goes through to the next round. So, we'll have 8 rounds, and then we'll have 4 rounds. So, it's like the semi-quarterfinal. And then we'll have 2 rounds, semi-final, because there's nothing better than a good semi. And then we'll 8, 4, 2 final. So, round 1, if you're ready, stand by, Enigma Blue, Muppet Christmas Carol. Yep, the film modelled on her indoors. Same hairstyle, by any chance, Les? A Jingle All the Way is another very good film. If I did, Stuart, I'd probably need a cream from the doctors for that. If I was having to jingle all the way. So, are you ready? So, round 1 this evening, round 1 of 8, 2 films. You've got to choose which is the best of the 2. Film 1, Love Actually. Film 2, Miracle on 34th Street. God, tablock, Tracy. Brutal. So, your votes, please. 1, you're voting for Love Actually as the best Christmas film. Or 2, Miracle on 34th Street. Oh, I say, I've got you wrong. Carl Wabi, MB Media, Albert Metcalf, and Matt Whedon, Tom Harness, Sandra Whittam, Galen Davis, Des Ashton. There's only sort of Karina, Matthew, Amalia, and Rich voting for Love Actually. Have I got it to hand? Bless her. No, I haven't. Let me just right. Thank you for your votes so far. It's Film Clash. So, if you want Love Actually as the best Christmas film, you vote 1, or Miracle on 34th Street, you vote 2. Whichever one gets the most votes goes through to the next round. And I'm thankful I did that. I was very organised earlier. Got me paper. So Bad Wolf Project 2. Love Actually is shite, says Stuart. Goodwill to all men and women, Stuart, you're wrong. Even I See You laughed at that, Stuart. Will Holmes. William Commons. Des Ashton. I don't vote for chick flicks. And never seen Love Actually, says Lionel. Whitewash for Miracle on 34th Street. I know, Sandra, but I've got to kind of tot them up, because you know what it would be like if I didn't do it proper. There'd be hell on in the body of the Kirk. I think we'd have to call the cops. So let's have a look at this. Oh, I say. So let's do Love Actually first. Oh, I say. See, all right. Oh, blimey, we're getting that. Yeah. Right. So Gene Psychic's making, I think she said she's making mince pie. So let's just ditch this and get round to Gene Psychic's for proper mince pies. Lovely. Welcome to the body of the Kirk, Gene Psychic. Did I see Ursula von der Leyen, or did I see Les Griffiths that says Dracula has risen? Not a movie, just a wife getting up on Boxing Day. The old lush. I'm sure she loves you, Les. So let's have a look at the voting. Hang on. Clarence Oddbody, Wonderful Life. I know. When a bell rings, an angel gets their wings. So I think it's going to be a whitewash for Miracle on 34th Street. And genuinely, when I put these rounds together, I thought, Love Actually is going to win that. Jesus, how wrong can you be, Rev? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. So Miracle on 34th Street has literally obliterated Love Actually with the highest vote ever, including the music thing last week. So how is Love Actually a Christmas movie? I think it's got snow in it. Andrew. Oh, I think that's about it. So round 1 of 8, Love Actually versus Miracle on 34th Street. Miracle on 34th Street has obliterated Love Actually. So Hugh Grant can go and get a nosh off some American female. But I agree with you, Sir Andrew James. I always love, actually, a Christmas movie. I think it's been on telly since, or leading up to. Sandra Whittam told you, Marley Grassy, it's death or Christmas. Same here, Les. Lewis says, okay, folks, thank you. I will take a look. Pauline, make peace. Pauline, good to have you in the body of the Kirkman. So thank you for round one. This evening, we're going to talk about Starmer. They've said the quiet bit out loud. We're also going to tell you what you can't do now, because, well, he thinks it's funny, and he's about as funny as a kick in the nuts. We'll get around to after I've told you this, but Starmer has literally, queer boy. I only say that because he's as queer as folk. I can't work the bloke out. He's neither Arthur nor Martha, as in he doesn't know whether he's Christian or Jewish. He's from 5 o'clock on a 6 o'clock on a Friday afternoon when Shabbat comes in. He's not even he's not a serious Jew. I think because there's lots of different flavors of Judaism, and I think his wife is she Reform or Judaism light. So he'd done, from Friday tea time. Right, I'm clocking off. I won't be clocking back on again till Sunday morning. Oh, aren't you a Christian? Well, yeah. So why are you working on God's day? I'm stuck betwixt and between. We'd heard that about you. So he's, I think, the chairman of the Labour Party, or some high Hegian, to use a great Scots phrase, has said the quiet bit out loud. They're looking at postponing the next general election for 2 to 3 years so that Labour can stay in power, not for 4 or 5 years, for 6 or 7 years. Because, well, you've got to feel sorry for them because they're saying, well, governing has become too difficult. Who for? Them or us? I think we have more of a say than them. I mean, if you look at it, digital identity, bend over. And jury trials, they're getting rid of them, fat lad Lammy. And then the local elections, they're actually cancelling the local elections because no, you can't vote anybody into power. No, not the bloody Reform. Not that we've got a, I was going to say condition, but not that we're obsessed with Nigel Farage and Reform. Well, because they are. But they literally are driving a steam train through our rights. That's mine and yours, not theirs, the slackers. They'll be off to, I'm going, to a friend's place. Tony Blair went and stayed at Cliff Richard's house. How does that work then, Tony? Freebies? Oh, I don't think Tony's king of the freebies. I think Sir Keir is king of the freebies. I don't know. We were never told how many freebies that Tony Blair got, but staying at Sir Cliff Richard's house. Well, what can I say? And then there's the European Convention for Human Rights. They're going to obliterate that because they've got to obliterate that to make sure they get the digital ID in. And the whole and there's the farmers. Bloody hell, man! They're giving the farmers a right bloody doing, a right shoeing, a right kicking. Enigma Blue, Cliff Richard. Have you seen his hairstyle? Yeah, me too. I mean, who actually makes a song called Daddy's Home? Really? He's got no kids. Has he? No. He's got no kids and then makes a song called Daddy's Home. That's enough, Adrian. European Convention, and it would have to be passed in the Lords. Well, Bad Wolf Project, you know what these politicians are like, passing big Christmas logs, apart from Lammy, who can't pass anything. And he can't walk past any food either. Did you see the state at the back of that taxi where the taxi driver said, didn't pay me money? The Labour Party per se, I mean, at grassroots level, on the ground, kind of the red wall, everybody's looking at them going, are they the bloody Labour Party that we have known and loved? Durham Big Meat every year. We get all the Labour glitterati at Durham Big Meat. And Well, they don't now. But the unions are after Labour. The unions are after Starmer. Oy, 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 oy. Yes, as he apparently... Sandra Whittam, not a girl, seemingly. Why do you think they want to get shut of hereditary lords? I don't know, Gribbo. So that they fill the Lords with 25 Labour peers, so that all the Labour peers will vote for anything through the Lords to make sure that they get things through the Lords, like getting rid of the European Convention for Human Rights, and put something else in place, which means that they can bring in digital identity, just like the Chinese. I've told you, he's a Manchurian candidate, that boy. He's doing everything on behalf of the Chinese. Or is that just me? And there was a photo from the Epstein files. I think it would make a great TV series. You can have James Garner, fronted the Epstein files. It was the Rockford files. You're wrong. So this photo in the Epstein files. I mean, I told you about Sister Mary. I think she was quite traumatized by that glove, not a winter glove, obviously, but she was very concerned about the thing at the end of the thumb, which looked like that the thumb had been bee stung or something and had swollen, so that there was. Go and look for yourself. They're all there. But there was another photograph. Not the strap-on, but a picture showing Ghislaine Maxwell, Bill Clinton, and Kevin Spacey all huddling round a desk in Winston Churchill's war rooms. You know, the secret underground meeting place for the British cabinet during World War II. Yeah, that. It was a picture of... I mean, why would Bill Clinton be wanting to do... Stuart, stop while I'm concentrating, man. Stuart says, Sister Mary knows more than she lets on. There's absolutely a load of that going on. I mean, she had a big dog Dick with her. And I said, how's Dickus getting on? Is he all right? Is he, or has he got a little bit of arthritis? She said to me that your Dickus was a bit stiff. Is it arthritis, Sister Mary? And, well... Yeah, she definitely knows. I mean, I haven't told her about the Battenberg yet. She knows about the Mars bars, but not about the Battenberg. So, Bill Clinton, Kevin Spacey, and Ghislaine Maxwell huddling around Winston Churchill's war room's desk. Now, that photograph was taken in 2002, same year that Ghislaine Maxwell was pictured outside of Number 10. Who was Prime Minister in 2002? Oh, is that Anthony? Yeah, it was Miranda. I mean, powerful people controlling child trafficking networks within the UK. Who would that be then? She wouldn't believe me, Stuart. She's never been to Switzerland, but she, the Austrians will know, the 3 Austrian nuns will know exactly what's going on. But yes, of course, Gene Psychic. Charles Linton, thank you, Matthew Weedon, I was struggling there. Anthony Blair or Charles Linton, using his middle names, Charles Linton, Bow Street Magistrates. It's all, Google it. It's there, Google it. So I got an email a little earlier today, and after I do this little bit, then we'll get back to the film clash, Christmas film clash, and I'm going to sort of read it verbatim, if you don't mind. I got this email from a trusted emailer, and it says, Adrian, I'm just re-watching last night's Kirk. You know, when you were talking about red shoes, unless I have misunderstood, you associated them with solely representing Friends of Dorothy. Well, not so. At least not as far as the Anons believe. And I am going to sort of explain who the Anons and Q is. But this anonymous email, and they've asked, you'll realise why they've asked to stay anonymous. The Pope wears red shoes. Did you not notice, Rev? I said, well, I'm not that particular denomination, but I did ask the bishop. I said, Bishop, can I have your Bishop's Finger today. Can I have a little and yeah, one of the regulars in the body of the kirk have said that the Pope wears red shoes, and the bishop said, yes, he does. I said, oh, so the authentic red shoes worn by the rich, powerful, and some may say famous, are actually made from human skin. In particular, these red shoes worn by rich, powerful, and some may say famous people are made from not just human skin, but children's skin. So 800,000 of the poor little figures go missing every year in North America. Frazzle Drip, do not Google it. Under any circumstances, do not Google it. Frazzle Drip. It was Tony Podesta's laptop. So the background to Frazzle Drip is Tony Podesta, his laptop. There was a file on there called Frazzle Drip, and contained in that file is a video of Hillary Clinton. So rebel, but why? Gene Psychic says it's just horrible. I know. Lewis is just recovering. Are we hearing bang, 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 bang? Out late last evening, Lewis. Yeah, Les Griffiths, that's correct. Red shoes are worn only by those who Epstein their victims. So to get the red shoes, you have to be in the pedo club and participated in child murder. That's the reality of it. I'm not going to sugarcoat any of this. You need to know. Interestingly, there's an old photo of a group of men, including, oh, there you go, Tony Podesta, and all wearing red shoes. And who was in the photo? Well, it looks like and is alleged to be legally, I'm going to struggle saying that. Anyway, can't mention that. But find a photo of a pope wearing red shoes. Look at the texture of the leather. It's not your usual leather. Thank you for that, anonymous emailer. No, I can't. So I'm reading sort of 2 sentences ahead. So my eyes are like going like Billy-O, and my brain's going, can I get that past the lawyers? Can I? No, we can't. But the anonymous emailer is hopefully what they have said will come out in due course. But it's thank you, anonymous emailer, not to be mentioned on the Kirk, please, for obvious reasons. Yeah, legal reasons. Thank you. So thank you to the anonymous. No, I'm not. No, I'm not this. No. I was. No. Henry Winkler and Charlie Sheen are actors. Des Ashton, and they are not the shoes of the fishermen. No. Have you seen the headdress of the Pope? Maybe I'll do a video on the Pope, the Black Pope, the White Pope, and the Grey Pope, because there's actually 3 popes. And they are, yeah. Right, let's have a round 2 before we kind of have a look at some Americano, and we do more Starmer, and we do, I mean, just the Labour Party, the communist, Stalinist, socialist arses. Technical term, obviously. So round 2. This is the film clash tonight. The best Christmas film in the world ever. Round 1, Miracle on 34th Street. Absolutely obliterated Love Actually. So I have no idea how you're going to... right, okay. So, Rebel, is there a rainbow Pope? Oh, they're all at it, definitely. No, I'll just leave it there. I'll just leave it there because legally that's pretty dodgy ground. So round two films, two Christmas films that I want you to vote either number one or number two. Daft Lad, I do love listening to you now and again. Oh, you're very kind, Daft Lad. We're popping people's cherry. So if you're in the body of the Kirk this evening and you've never commented before, then happily comment just if it's Merry Christmas or anything as Urbane. I will pop your cherry. Hang on a second. The Hugh Bovril. No, the Christmas Carol, the Hugh Bovril, is not in round two. Is it in? Oh, we shall see. So round two, Merry Christmas, says Stuart. I'll pop yours again. Bloody hell, Stuart, every week. Round two films. You've got to decide which one's the better one. We've got Miracle on 34th Street going through to the next collection of rounds. So, film number one, The Grinch. Film number one, The Grinch. Film number two, Die Hard. I'm just leaving the comedy pause for you to make your own gags up, Your Honour. You're welcome, Stuart. Hang on, beat his bit. Oh, I say. Honestly, so let's have a look. Phil Levan is going for The Grinch, and then Carl Warby, Gribbo, Matt Whedon, Lewis, Albert Medcalf. Oh, hang on, Lewis is not sure. Albert Medcalf, Nicky Watson, Karina, and all saying no, Die Hard. Des Ashton going for The Grinch with Sandra Whittam, and Rich and Les Griffiths and Tom Harney's. Cool. So I think Die Hard is doing to The Grinch what Miracle on 34th Street did to Love Actually. Got to be two, says Daft Lad. Napoleon Blown Apart. There. Two. Die Hardly. Mark Ogden and Comic Mania, Lionel. Oh, Des Ashton's just blown a gasket. BDQ. Amalia's going for Carrie is a Dark Soul. Les, I'm with you. That's because, well, I can't give any reason because I don't know, but he has had the company of some very fruity actors. That's all I'm going to say. No more Grinch, says Daft Lad. Jim Carrey. There's a Christmas party at the start, Amalia. Yes. So let me just add your votes up. And God blimey. Let's do The Grinch first. Wow. Miracle on 34th Street, I think, is going to do exactly the same. Grinch. I mean, you can go through the comments and have a look. God, it's got me out of breath. Right, one. Wow. Well, Die Hard has got the most votes. Let me just write this down. Miracle. Next round's going to be a tough one. We'll do round three in a couple of minutes. Let's have a look. Oh, bloody hell. Right, okay. I want to give you some more right, I've done the red shoes. I've done that. I'm going to give you an explanation of Q, just so that you kind of get what's going on, because it's very, very interesting that the Q posts, I'm going to give you the background to it, and thank you to the anonymous emailer who took time to send me the explanation as I mentioned it last night, just so that you can see that sort of nearly 10 years ago now, they were posting stuff that's only just happening now. I don't know how they do it. So I want to give you I'm going to take you for a walk for a couple of minutes so that you get this, because the output at the end is literally breathtaking, in my view, of course. And interesting, Les. Anyway, is Spartacus on the list? No, Phil Levan. No, we're going for kind of goodwill to all men stuff. You know, just soft and gooey and Christmas like. Not right, Sparta. Not 300. Not not Spartacus. Can we have the Likely Lads movie? Phil Levan. No. So I'm going to walk you through this, because I did mention something last night that I want you to kind of get a grip on, because you can watch. Look, I told you 3 years ago, 3 and a bit years ago, Venezuela and Iran and Iraq and Russia, North Korea, China, Syria, Hungary. Just keep watching how Hungary is being battered by Ursula von der Leyen, bitch. 7 kids. And, I mean, was there a time when she wasn't pregnant? And I told you the 2 countries that they're after now, and once they get them, they'll move on to China and Russia, is Venezuela and Hungary. So watch the Europeans try to give the Hungarians a shoe-in, but look at what's happening. Another ship's being attacked today, or attack's the wrong word, taken care of. Security concerns have been taken care of by the Americans. But Venezuela, I told you what they're after. They're after the central banks. And I've not seen anywhere, absolutely anywhere, about anything to do with Venezuela and the central banks, and Hungary and the central banks. But it's just that simple. This is not complex at all. It's that simple. And giving you that simplicity is what I'm going to do now. So there is a judge from Wisconsin. She's called Hannah Duggan, who aided an illegal alien in escaping from her courtroom, thus evading the ICE officers wanting to arrest him. He's been found guilty, faces up to 5 years in jail, and has legged it from her court. So I want you to keep an eye on that, because it's these little pieces of the jigsaw that you need to keep an eye on, because then you'll go, bugger me, Rev. 6 months ago you were... correct. So the judiciary are going to be dismantled in America, because they're Democratic-led. The Democrats. So they're just going to get rid of them. Trump is playing 5D chess. And so that you know who Bathhouse Barry and Big Mike is, former president of the United States and his paramour. So they've tripped up. He's called her Michael, and Big Mike and Bathhouse Barry. So my little informant says, Adrian, after their non-appearance at this week's congressional hearing and Hillary's convenient health scare, they've now been ordered to appear mid-January, and if they don't, then a warrant for their arrest is going to be issued. Now, 7 years ago, Q posted that the health of the Clintons would publicly decline in an effort to evade justice. Q's on the money again. And if you want to look at Bondi Beach, well, you know, there's enough there so that Israel and Mossad and the crisis actors are being exposed, so that you can see what's happening. So today, there's Jaw. We don't want war, and we don't want Jaw, because you know what happens when we get Jaw? Bibi Netanyahu is not going to be taken into court by the Israeli people, because the Israeli people have had enough. And there's Isaac Herzog going, you want a pardon, Bibi? Yeah. But you've got to admit guilt for me to give you a pardon. No, I'm guilty and out, mate. No, but I still want a pardon. No, I'm not going to give you a pardon. Ah, right then. All right, we'll go to war against Iran. What? What you doing, man? But I've told you, and I will predict this for 2026. Iran, regime change-ish. But there'll be a new boy in charge, and there will be peace in Iran. They want Bibi Netanyahu out of being a war prime minister because he's leading Israel into a real panshite, technical term, of course. So the Q posts, I'm going to give you this. The role of the President of the United States is to support the decisions that are made by the people of Israel. Ann Lewis. Now, why would you bring a random name into this conversation, Adrian? See, that quote appeared in the Washington Post in an article titled The Audacity of Chutzpah by Diana Milbank in 2008. Nearly 18 years ago. So who was Ann Lewis? Ann Lewis was the senior advisor to Hillary Clinton for her presidential campaign in 2008. So 2 days ago, a couple of days ago, the very day the Clintons were supposed to give testimony to a congressional hearing, she's admitted in hospital in New York City. They're at it, man. It's the same as the bloody Labour Party. Somebody said, how can the Labour Party have a party? What they're doing, looking for three wise men. I said, well, they won't find a fucking virgin in the Labour Party, will they? Hello, Angela, Growler, Ginger. I say, Blackadder. Give Iran back to the Persians. Who said that? Bloody good idea, but I think the Ayatollah's not going to be around for much longer. Muppet Christmas Carol is the best, says BD Cool. So, shall we go for round 3? Yeah, I think we need to go for round 3. Otherwise, we'll run out of time tonight. Fastest finger first, Adrian. Blimey. No wonder you're married. So, round 3. 1 or 2. Your votes go either way. What can I say? Bit like Starmer. Well, he doesn't know whether he's Arthur or Martha, does he? He's just Mr. Flip-Flop. He just changes his mind on a regular basis. Some people call it lying. I just call it being generous. So we don't know what he believes. He doesn't even know what a fucking woman is. Even his wife. So round 3. Are you ready? I want your votes, said a spokesperson. Not the Labour Party, obviously. Film 1, Muppet Christmas Carol. Muppet Christmas Carol is film number 1. And film number 2 is The Polar Express. Tom Hanks. I thought it was going to be a load of rubbish, The Polar Express. But at the end of it, you think, oh, that was lovely. Lovely little Christmas film. But Muppet Christmas Carol. So are we going 1 or... Right, let's have a look at this. Phil Levan, Matt Whedon, Daft Lad, Garen Davis, Tom Harness, BD Cool, Enigma Blue, Comic Mania, Darren Evans, Enigma Blue. You voted twice. What's wrong? Should have gone to Specsavers. All voting for Muppet Christmas Carol. But, The Polar Express. Cool. Amalia and David and I See You and Rich, Stuart, Andrew James, Rusty's Roamings and Lauren Taylor and Gribble. This is going to be tight. Tight is good, so I'm told. So let me count the votes. I think this one's going to be a tight one. Muppet Christmas Carol, if you haven't already voted, is film number 1, and The Polar Express is film number 2. And remember, when I do things, just parking that for a second, when I do things and tell you names and situations, I'm looking sort of 3, 6, 9 months ahead. I'm looking into January at the moment to see whether the Clintons are going to be arrested. Bathhouse Barry and Big Mike is going to be arrested, and warrants issued for their arrest. So 26 is going to be wild, as in 2026 is going to be wild. Proper wild. In this country, you bet your sweet baby. Just grab all the popcorn you can and just sit there. Adrian said that 3 months ago. So... Muppet Christmas Carol or Polar Express? Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, this is going to be tight. Okay. That's interesting. Right, let's have a look at the Polar Express, a more recent film, but quite a cute, 20-year-old now or so, isn't it? Let's have a look. Nicky Watson's unsure. Des Aston's unsure. Maybe. Right, let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh. Right. Oh, hang on. Right. I'm going to have a recount for Muppets Christmas Carol because people haven't said like one, they've said Muppets Christmas Carol. So let me have a very quick recount. The papers are in. Who said they're all Muppets? Karen Davis. Oh, I'll have to start again now, man. Oh, you bloody hell, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, 18. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, Ray Norton, man. So it was a tie. It was a tie. Muppet Christmas Carol, but then Ray Norton jumped in last minute. The Polar Express wins it. That was very close. Very, very close. Polar. So let's get back to. I want to tell you about Erica Kirk because it's just, in my view, it just gets weirder and weirder and weirder. And then there have been these death threats at Candace Owens, and there's hang on a second, Anne-Marie Steele. You're most welcome, Anne-Marie. Thank you for your very kind words. Looking forward to the next live. Keep up the fabulous work. Thank you, Anne-Marie, and to you and yours. I hope your family have a lovely Christmas, whatever you're doing and wherever you're going. By the way, some of that soundtrack from Polar Express sounds strangely similar to the film Elf, which was released in 2003, which is a year older than Polar Express. Oh, I say. Yeah, the Tom Hanks one. Yeah, Phil Levan. Ray Norton. The Muppets don't lie. They don't. The Michael Caine, it's one of my favourites. It's just, it's cuteness, but it has layers and depth to it, which I don't know whether you have... we're coming up to the... Let's just pause for a moment. Thank you for all your votes. Thank you for everything. Voter fraud, says Daft Lad. Sure you're not from Washington, Daft Lad? Let me have a drink of this. Oh. Yes. Yes. So the reason why I wanted to, obviously, I'm a couple of gears down from last night. Last night I was just coffee and hibiscus. I just want to make you aware of the ghost stories that we've been doing as an Advent calendar. So the Advent calendar, the ghost stories have been running for 20... What, we're on the 22nd? Yeah, for 22 days. There's 2 more to come. And taking a lot of time and a lot of effort. And I would like you to watch them. There's about 2 hours worth there. And you can, they're in a playlist so far. I'm going to add the newer ones to that playlist. But there's a payoff on Christmas Eve. I'm not going to tell you what the payoff is, but it's not what you expect. Absolutely, categorically, not what you expect. and it will not only raise your eyebrows, but well, it might scare the bejesus. But either way, if you have been watching and or listening from the very beginning, thank you to everyone's very kind words, and I do appreciate it, obviously. But I want to get to the end, and then I'll just leave them on a playlist for you, so that you can, if at any point you just want to run them through, because there's layers to the ghost stories, and then the payoff on Christmas Eve. There's more layers to it, and it's they're all originals. They all are belonged to this channel, and I've really enjoyed doing them. Don't know whether you want me to do those that have watched the ghost stories. Do you want me to read more stories into the new year and then put them up at a specific time every single evening, and have the willies put up you, or whatever? I'm just here to be guided by you. Hang on a second. That's why. Let me just do this. Chris Rea and Dire Straits was supposed to tour next year. It was bloody hell, Ray Norton. I'm on 21 and 24, Rev, says Stuart. I'm getting there with the ghost stories. So I don't know where I am with them. Has 22 gone up? I think 22 went up today. 23 is going to go up at midnight tonight, and then 24 is going to go up at midnight tomorrow night, Tuesday night, for Christmas Eve, the whole of Christmas Eve. Don't forget that on Christmas Day, the Reverend is going to give his annual Christmas Day speech, because Charles the Week's just going to be going, me cancer, me cancer, me cancer, and Catherine, me cancer, her cancer, everybody's cancer. You put your left arm in and your left arm out, in, out, shake it all about. At my age, that's I'll get Camilla to do that for me. Camilla, darling, I need me left arm putting in. Can you put me left arm in? My left arm out, in, out, shake it all about. Bugger me, it's got an echo. And so I'm just going to do the Reverend's speech on Christmas Day. I'll upload it first thing in the morning, because what I also, this is a community, and what I want to do is just acknowledge that sometimes Christmas, as joyous as it is for some people, it's also a very lonely time for other people, and I've experienced both. So there have been some Christmases where it's been very lonely for one reason or another. But I know they're not watching, but I have two dear friends. And there was one Christmas where I was absolutely working like a dog, doing 2 shows a day, blah, 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 blah. And I got a call Christmas morning saying, Ian, what you doing? I said, I'm at home, you're wrong, and I'm not working today. Right, get over here. You can come and join us for Christmas dinner. Oh, that's very kind of you. I'd have Christmas dinner sorted. But up until that point, I'd felt very lonely, very, very lonely, for a myriad of reasons. And my friends just made me feel very welcome, very warmly welcome, had a roaring time. It was the first time I saw Peter Kay's immortal line, shaking like a shitting dog. Now, only those, I mean, I don't know about you, but when I used to go to school, I don't see any dogs on the streets now. Mind you, there are certain communities that will bloody eat them. But when I was at school, like in my comprehensive years, you'd always see dogs outside shaking like a shitting dog. And that observational humour, literally, we're talking 20 years easily down the line, and I still remember it. It's that genius of Peter Kay. Hang on, Stuart, Amalia, I think it's on Netflix or Prime Video. Hang on a second. What is? Billy Solick says, I prefer to be alone. Well, I'm trying to look after the parishioners, the whole body of the kirk, because it is a... hang on, what's on Amazon? Les Griffith says, Reverend, Christmas Day, you have to wear a dog collar. Look, last time I wore a dog collar, I was a punk, and everybody was wearing dog collars. Oh, religious collar. Oh, I say, not the dog collar. Dog collar, growler. I wonder if Ginger Growler wears one. Thank you, Karina. I think over there you're going to enjoy these. And then when we get to Christmas Eve, I promise you, it's. But and if you haven't watched any of them, they're about 10 minutes each. Some are 8, some are 12. So on average, they're about 10 minutes each. Just a quick little loveliness for Christmas. And look at the layers. Look at what I'm telling you in the stories, because when you get to Christmas Eve, you'll go, oh, bugger me, Rev. We're back to Epstein strap-on again. Thought was leprosy. Des Ashton. Yeah, it'll drop off, Les. Sorry, Des, not Les. Liz Truss wears a dog collar. No, she wears a day collar, Lewis. Google day collar, and don't blame me if you get a knock on the door. My mate used to have mood swings that came on very fast. We called him the Bipolar Express. Brilliant, Ray. You're obviously on one tonight, Ray. So let's do one more thing and then we'll get into another round. So I'm just going to say this to you. Can I be honest with you? I am simply not buying the Erica Kirk grieving widow bullshit. So she's gone from devastated wife to a globe-trotting head of an organisation her late husband led, shown partying and celebrating so soon. That'll be multimillionaire Erica Kirk then. So I'm not buying that. In the words of the great Chinese philosopher, feck that for a game of soldiers. So I don't know whether you agree with me. From the start, the whole thing smells like a shit sandwich. Some people have posted on the internet, as Erica's cousin and best friend, thank you. That's from Nicola Rothstein. Sounds Jewish. She's grieving very hard in private. What? You can't... Look, I don't know whether you agree with me, but you can't just pick a mask and put it on and then go and play to that mask. You can't go out and go, yeah, party, 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 lager, 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 party, 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 party. Oh, I'm grieving. That don't work. That's not how emotion works. So this Nicola Rothstein has said she's grieving very hard in private. And I quote, I've held her while she's cried in my arms. Is she strong when in public? Yes. But to doubt that she isn't grieving in private is crazy. Because, look, if people are showing you exactly who they are, believe them. So, for me, personally, in my view, it's a bullshit narrative. And she had a 4-hour meeting with Candace Owens. Candace Owens had already said there was a mark out on her. And then Erica Kirk grieving in the company of a long-time male friend she was courting before Charlie. Grieving by partying, getting drunk and pole dancing. So this devout Catholic widow, bollocks, in my view, it collapses because her family are Jewish. And then her cousin, somebody else who sounds Jewish, has exposed the wild party girl lies. The pure conservative Catholic widow persona falling apart. So where's the money coming from? Who's injecting the money? And then I saw this video of Erica Kirk where she claims, oh, I didn't really date and I didn't do partying or drinking for years before I met Charlie. But there's evidence of wild lifestyles and presence as a full Catholic traditionalist. But if you look further, her aunt, Carrie Fransvi, if I pronounced that correct, that's her dad's sister, married casino tycoon Jack Solomon in Vegas. And there's a 30-plus year age gap, and I think he is Jewish. Now, this Carla Fransvi lives in Salt Lake City, Utah. She studied at the University of Arizona. Her profile is still up on some socials, showing her with Jack. Jack built the famous Colorado Bell Casino in Laughlin, and restored Jerusalem's Zion Gate, co-founded Israel's Armored Corps Museum at Latrun, and is a trustee for the Hebrew University. Major donor to Jerusalem Foundation, deep pro-Israel power player with Utah roots. So that marriage plugs Erica's family directly into prominent Jewish networks. Rothstein, Solomon names everywhere in the records. And there's more. Nicole's old post on her socials shows them, her and Erica, at Madonna concerts. Rockefeller Christmas tree at 2 a.m., New York City nights with drinks flowing. And this is the grieving widow. And yet Erica goes on national TV and says, oh, I don't drink. I barely dated. Criticised my roommates while I was at university for heavy partying and multiple men. I would suggest that Erica lived the full Miss Arizona model New York City nightlife before Charlie. It's fine, but if true, why lie about it whilst preaching traditional values and running TP USA? She scrubbed old posts, completely hides the Jewish family side, and downplays Nicole as just a pal. Charlie Kirk built everything on authenticity. His widow now leads it. So why hide everything? In my view, the facade is beginning to crumble. I won't talk about CIA or Mossad yet because it's Christmas, goodwill to all men and women, including Erica Kirk. But I'm not buying it. I'm simply not buying it. So we'll go to round 4. Difficult one, this. Comic Mania, Merry Widow. So round 4. 1 is White Christmas. 2, more difficult, Home Alone. So if you want to vote for White Christmas in round 4, it's 1. If you want to vote for Home Alone in round 4, it's Home Alone's 2. Soulless, selfish, and without any credibility. With you, Des, with you. Lewis has started, so... interesting. Interesting. White Christmas is number 1, and Home Alone is number 2. You see, everybody got in early with White Christmas, and now the Home Aloners are steaming through. Ray Norton, Niggy Watson, Amalia, Napoleon Bonaparte, and Rich, and Garen Davis, and Sandra Whittam, and Karina, and big Barry White. This is going to be another Titan, said a spokesperson. Let me have a look. Thank you for all your votes so far. Round 4, White Christmas 1, Home Alone 2. Phil Levan, you've gone right over my estimation. I got this year's wrapping paper cheap last Boxing Day. Oh, man after my own heart. Let's look. Right. I see you. Good to see you in the body of the Kirk. I see you. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is going to be tight. So let me just do this. Let's have a look for Home Alone. Let's see how tight it's going to be. 1, 2, 3. Oof. Yeah, so we'll stop the vote there for round 4. White Christmas versus Home Alone, and the winner is Home Alone. That was close. That was quite close, closer than the other votes. The next one, let's do round 5 now, whilst we're on we're on a roll. So round 5 is the killer round, if I may. Oh, very good stat, Lionel. The song White Christmas was featured in both films. Fantastic. So we're not losing out. So round 5, film 1 is Elf, and film 2 is It's a Wonderful Life. You might want to take a few seconds to decide. Film 1, Elf, and film 2, It's a Wonderful Life. Is Bad Santa on the list? Yes, Phil Levan. So this is round 5. Elf is film 1, It's a Wonderful Life is film 2, and this is the 1% Club. Album Makeoff. Sorry, 1 and 2. I can't make my mind up. Andrew James, 3, Night Dreams. Hey, no, right, okay. 2 or maybe 3. You see, it's a tough one. It's a killer round 5. Never seen either, but 2. Lewis, what do you mean? You've not seen Elf? Funny as, and It's a Wonderful Life. Right, let me probably 1 just, says David Graham. So let me have a look. We'll go for. I'm sure somebody. Home Alone, utter garbage, says Tom Harneys. Right, we'll start with the votes. Oof. So Andrew James. Hey, Reverend, Night Dreams is an adult movie. Ask Soul Rebel. Oh, I say, you mucky tarts. I'm going to have to bloody count again. I swear to God. Eight, 9, 10. Oof, 11. Right, okay. Elf. Let's have a look at the 2s. I think the 2s are going to win it, but Elf got a very healthy vote. Let's have a look. Wow. I think that's the most. Let's have a look. I think that is same as Die Hard. It's a Wonderful Life. It's had. They're in the 30s for the voting. Miracle on 34th Street could be an outsider. You might get an each way bet on that. So it looks like It's a Wonderful Life. Virtually double the vote on Elf. 3 rounds to go. We'll get that in there before we call it a day tonight. What else did I want to tell you about? Because there was some really tasty stuff. I wanted to talk to you about the Q stuff, about Erica Kirk. We've got that. Thank you very much. And yeah, that was quite a long piece. No, we're not doing that anymore. Somebody said to me, Adrian, there's an old statement from the WEF, the World Economic Forum, dated the September 19th, 2022. So it was kind of a year and a bit. They actually had to cancel WEF at one point because of the lockdowns. But this message, this statement from the WEF in 2022 is being recirculated. It reads, World Economic Forum says billions who complied with lockdown will also comply with social credit scheme. Have you seen the farmers kicking off in France and Germany and Europe? Europe's on fire. So now you know, with the WEF saying this, you know that this was always their plan. Most did not and do not comply. They are blissfully, that's the World Economic Forum, unaware, which may be the reason for this republishing of the 2022 statement. I think there's a lot of sheeple that just don't take any notice of it. But, you know, over the next 2 years, the sheeple are going to get a right doing from the political classes, a proper doing. So the white hats seem to be upping their efforts to awaken those still sleepwalking. They're done. They're absolutely done. I cannot think of a valid reason for the WEF wanting to remind people. I agree. Now that Tony Blair's on the board, Tony Blair, Oniswaki Maliponce, he's a member of the Order of the Garter. I'm not sure we will do Rob Rayner. And there was something I wanted to do after that. No, I need to smooth a lot of this out because I've got a ton of stuff that I want to tell you about. So the US has had, how can we say this euphemistically, interaction with a Venezuelan oil tanker that was using a false flag. So the Americans have gone, "Oi, lads, are you using a false flag?" No, we're Venezuelan. Poof, have that then. Moscow, being very quiet of late, but Moscow is now probing a Kiev link after a bomb assassinates a Russian general. So would it be that somebody would be behind the assassination of a Russian general, and then what would happen? The Russians get a bit uppity, and the Americans are getting uppity because they thought they were so close to peace. But I've told you before, please keep this under your hat. Sniffy, the old boy, the Coca-Cola king, he doesn't want war to go away. He doesn't want peace in Ukraine, because the moment that peace is sorted in Ukraine, the Ukrainians are starting to look at him going, how many of our young men? Over 500,000 young men. You've wiped out a generation. I mean, the girls are not going to get any at all because there's nobody to give it to them. So there's a spies overstep mandate. Europe are publicly beating the drums of war. I mean, I can't stop laughing. And it's very, very cruel and unfair of me to do this, but I'm laughing at the fact that 2 years ago, I told you there was conscription coming, and then Germany goes, not since World War II are we going to conscript the young men and women. Because when women start screaming misogyny, that's it, there's the rifle. There's your, 6 weeks basic training, and then you go into the front line. No, I'm a YouTuber, I'm an influencer. You're going to be a fucking dead one if you don't take that rifle and that uniform and get on the front line. No, send the lads. No, because the minute that women think that they are going to walk to the front line to go into the meat grinder, they'll soon start saying, oh, we don't mind misogyny. Just wait, mark my words. Are you aware that there's a US cybersecurity chief? He's failed a polygraph. He's been placed on leave. So lies, more lies. Israel today hinting at renewed Iran war. Oh, I've told you this before, man. Bibi Netanyahu, he's one of the most evil men on planet Earth, and there's a few to choose from. Fauci, Gates, in my view. Ursula von der Leyen, bitch. There's the Coca-Cola kings of Europe. I'm telling you, Bibi Netanyahu is the only one. He's putting the Israelis in danger because he doesn't want to get arrested and tried in a court of law because he knows he's going to jail, man. And Israel's hinted at renewed Iran war. Fan my brow. Let me have a guess. Gold hitting record highs as faith in currencies erode. That's because they're going to convert it over to cryptocurrency. I told you this years ago. Cryptocurrency, look, if you've got it hidden under the bed, under your mattress, and you think that fiat, as in paper money, is going to have any worth at all, the banks might go, well, bring your fiat currency in and we'll convert it over into cryptocurrencies. Give it 18 months. 18 months to 2 years, 2027. By the end of 27, crypto will be everywhere and they'll be flushing the fiat currency out so you can't have any and can't own any. Comic Mania, silver doing nicely, I know. That's gold and silver. And there was Robert Kiyosaki years ago. I mean, I've been following Kiyosaki for 20 years. And he was saying 20 years ago, get your silver in, get your silver in. It's going to make it very profitable. You know the old adage, go woke, go broke? Jaguar's collapsing after their electric gamble destroys brand trust. How to kill off a wonderful business, a very profitable business, and a brand that everybody trusted and people would put money into it. You get somebody to colour them pink, do DEI, and everybody just goes, oh, it's all right, lads, don't worry, I'll go somewhere else. Because people are voting with their feet. And now, Jaguar's collapsing because their electric vehicle gamble is destroying everybody's trust in their brand. Oops, go woke, go broke. Bye. I'm an Aston Martin boy rather than a Jaguar. Not that I've got an Aston Martin. You understand, of course. Right, shall we do Selling Miliband by the pound, if only? I know, Sell Rebel. Oh, I just wish that clown would feck off. Because him and Ed Davey do my bloody cranium in. So we've done round 5. Let's do round 6. Let's do the 3 rounds very quickly because we've got a couple of more before we finish in 10 minutes or so. So round 6 is going to be Film 1, Trading Places. Film 2, Gremlins. So, Gene Psychic, go woke, go broke is so true. I agree, Gene. How's the mince pies coming on? What's going on in Italy? Super Ted, what you said, you're on. Oh, there it was. I have to watch you tomorrow morning, Adrian. Our last wants to go out for a meal. We're in Rome after all. Blimey, that's late. But then again, the Italians eat late, don't they, Super Ted? And as a man that's been to Sicily quite a few times and Rome, oh bloody hell! There's a restaurant that we were given as a gift. As you go up the the main, what do they call those stairs? The Trevi Fountain is breathtaking in Rome. I hope you've been to see that. Breathtaking. I can't remember the steps, the stone stairway leading up from, and there's a restaurant just up there that Tom Cruise used, and somebody said, oh, we'll send you there, have the tasting menu. Lovely. I mean, Rome is just, the history, the Roman Empire changed from the Roman Empire to the Catholic Church. Because Constantine went, right, changing everything, chaps. I'm going to be Christian, so you can follow me, not me, the Jesus Christus, the Jewish rabbi. No, he's not. No, he's, St. Peter and St. Paul. And, all those at the Basilica, they do say that Jesus was quite the man. Yeah, he was a rabbi. He was a Jew. So how did they turn the Roman Empire into a Christian faith using Judaism as the main faith? No, I can't work that one out either. Here it's all about the power. It's got nothing to do with the money, everything to do with the kids. Suffer little children to come unto me. No, it's not like they were telling us. But Rome's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And there's also, if you, Super Ted, I don't know whether you've done this or you've had a wander around, but if you do get the chance, there's, in the Jewish Quarter, they did this, they've put small plaques in the ground outside of the addresses where the Nazis went and just pulled the Jews out of the house and took them away to the concentration camps. And I think it's such a beautiful honorific because you have to bow to read those. It's in the Jewish Quarter. If you get a chance to see it, Super Ted. It's in the Jewish Quarter where you have to bow to read the plaques in the ground. And it's outside of virtually in the old Jewish Quarter, every address. And that had quite a profound effect on me. Right. We've done Elf. and what we're doing. Oh, yes, Trading Places. And Trading Places is film 1. Gremlins is film 2. Have you voted? Oh, yes, you have. Oh, bloody hell. Right. Right. Interesting. I think film 1 might be it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, Oof. It's Trading Places. Where's my pen gone? Trading Places. Gremlins. It's quite a close one. TP. So that's 3 rounds coming. Whoa, 2 more. 2 more. Let's do a very quick vote. Round 7. Film 1, Bad Santa. Film 2, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. So we have 8 rounds. This is round 7. Film 1 for your votes is Bad Santa. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is film 2. Oh, this is going to be close again. Oh. Marley doesn't know either. This is a tough one. It's not the group of death, as it would be known in. None of them, says David Graham. Definitely 2, says Stuart. Let's have a look. We'll do ones first. Wow. What did I say? Bad Santa. Phil the Van. Did you vote? Let me just top these up. Amalia, I agree with you. It is warm. I've got a thermal top and a scarf on, and I'm, to use a quaint old expression, schwitzing. Wow. Yeah, National Lampoon gets it. Nearly 3 times the vote of Bad Santa. And finally, round 8. Finally, let's quickly do this. Voted for my... thank you, Lionel. Glad not just make... No, it is warm tonight. But, it is going to get cold over the next few days. It's going to be sunny, but crisply cold on Christmas Day. Means you can wrap up warm if you're going to go and see anybody. And if you're not, stay inside where it's warm. Right. Oh, that's cold. Round 8, final round, before we get into the quarterfinals. Film 1 is The Snowman. Film 2, Edward Scissorhands. Now, all of these, I got the top 20 Christmas films, and this was all in the top sort of 15, 16. Right. Film 1, The Snowman. Film 2, Edward Scissorhands. Oh, bloody hell. Honestly, I thought you'd go Edward Scissorhands. Everybody's going for The Snowman, so to speak. Oh, look, I'm not even going to count these up. The Snowman is absolutely trouncing Edward Scissorhands. I'm sure you'll not be very happy. That's Andrew James says, Edward Scissorhands, 2 camp for me. Mind you, he can come round my house and trim me bush. Isn't it called topiary? Topiary? Can't even pronounce it. Topiary. Trimming your bush. He can come round and trim ours. Overgrown this summer. Hang on, Stuart Yea. Raymond Briggs, bloody genius. Gene Psychic, I'm with you. Right. So I'm not even going to count them up because the Snowman got about 90% of the votes. So we'll do 2 rounds now, and then I'll kind of give you some more stuff that you can keep your eyeballs on over the Christmas holidays. Then I'll tell you what's coming up over the next few days. But please, if you can, just work your way through the ghost stories, because the big payoff is on Christmas Eve on the 24th, and the final story, 24 of 24, will be up there on the channel in the playlist from midnight on Christmas Eve. And then you will understand completely what's been going on with the ghost stories, why they have been told the way they've been told, and they've contained what they've contained. But I promise you, it's quite a revelation. So, should we have a look at quarterfinals? Film 1, Miracle on 34th Street. Film 2, Die Hard. Thank you, Stuart. It's going to be Miracle on 34th Street is film 1. Die Hard is film 2. I reckon you're a sucker for a bit of schmaltz at Christmas. I'll give it another 30 seconds or so. I like the original Natalie Wood. That's a good Santa in that one. Oh, Gene Psychic, don't know that one. Sad demise of Natalie Wood. The truth still hasn't come out. Rusty's Roamings. Die Hard isn't a Christmas film, but they show it every Christmas because it's got snow in it, Rusty's Roamings. So I'm not going to count them up because let me just see. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9. Right. Let me have a look at Miracle on 34th Street. I think this is going to be blimey. Miracle on 34th Street is now into the semi-final. Next round, very quickly, Polar Express is film number 1. Home Alone is film number 2. Polar Express, film number 1. Home Alone, film number 2. And while you're voting, I'll just say that I know that a lot of people come to the Body of the Kirk for, the harder stuff, the insightful stuff, the decoding stuff. And I understand that, but because of the time of year, I didn't want to go into some of the really harder, deeper, didn't want to do the deeper dives. I've done plenty of those in December and beyond. I just wanted to kind of balance it out with a bit of community, a bit of stuff that we can all get into. And it's a bit, I'd love to do a phone-in with you, but Polar Express, film number 1, Home Alone, film number 2, if you keep your votes coming in, please. And I'll tell you what they are in a moment. So this is the semi-finals. Miracle on 34th Street goes through to the semi-final, and they will meet the winner of this round, Polar Express number 1 or Home Alone number 2. Let's have a look. We'll do ones first. Ooh, really? Polar Express. Not as strong this round. So, only 7 votes. That's interesting. I think the strong films are Des Ashton. Both shite. Right, let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, double the vote for Home Alone. So far, Miracle, Miracle on 34th Street will meet Home Alone in the semi-final. Next round, we'll finish off the quarterfinals. Film number 1, Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life film number 1. And Trading Places is film number 2. So who are you going to vote for? Film number 1, Wonderful Life. Film number 2, Trading Places. Film number 1, It's a Wonderful Life. Film number 2, Trading Places. Hang on. Stuart says we should do a live some night, Rev, where we give you questions to ask Alexa and see what she says. Yeah, we can do that. I've just got to attach it to the new network. So once I've done that, we can have lots of fun, Stuart, because it's still, you know, by the time we get to sort of New Year in 2026, we start as we mean to go on. I have things that I want to do in 2026 for you. Decoded is going to be a thing, a much better thing. The Body of the Kirk is still going to be there and about, but I want to bring some of my different skills to the fore, because there has to be a point of difference between me and all of the YouTubers. And that's what I want it to be. Communication. Crafted communication. So let's have a look at film 1. It's a Wonderful Life. Wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I did think about that. Who was it? Was it BD Cool? Fairy Lights on the Triffid. I think it might have woke up and eaten me if I did that. Trading Places is film 2. Let's just very quickly get this knocked out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then right, blimey. So twice as many for Wonderful Life than Trading Places. So Wonderful Life goes through, and one more. National Lampoon is film 1, and The Snowman is film 2. The Bad Wolf Project. Rev, do you have a P.O. box? I want to send you some Battenberg fudge. No way! Actually, if you box that up, the Bad Wolf Project, that would make you a fudge packer. So, I might have to. Battenberg fudge. Send some to Andrew Battenberg. Right, film number 1, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Film number 2, Snowman. So, I live in a bungalow and have Alexa in 4 rooms that goes mad when you say her name. Oh, sorry, Lionel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7, 8, 9. Come on. Right, okay, wow. Just at first view. Marcia Toms, welcome to the Body of the Kirk, Marcia. Good to see you. I was just looking at my lives from Machu Picchu and Peru the other day, and Marcia was on both of those lives. So always look out for you, Marcia. Hope you're doing well. Let's have a look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oof. Snowman gets twice as many as National Lampoon. So we'll take a break for 30 seconds and then we'll finish this off. The semi-finals are Miracle on 34th Street against Home Alone, and It's a Wonderful Life versus Snowman. So let's just wrap up things and then we'll do those 2 rounds. We'll get at the final and then we'll call it a day. But thank you to everyone that's liked the live so far this evening. We've got over 100. I really appreciate that. Remember, there's no live Tuesday. but there's lots of stuff on the channel coming up, and I might record something for those that are on their own and not bombarded with Christmas bonhomie, and then start fighting with the family on Boxing Day. That's why it's called Boxing Day, not because of the boxers, but because they get the gloves on and do what Anthony Joshua did to fake Paul. Jaw broken in 2 places, and the boy saying, "Oh yeah, I'll continue fighting. I think you'll find you won't be allowed to, Bonnie lad, because anybody you could end up in serious trouble, serious damage, if you." Right, was there anything? No, not really. Is this the last live before Christmas? Yes, it is, Rich. Tonight is the last one. Trivial Pursuit or Monopoly. Oh, Lewis. Right, let's knock out these two rounds so we can call it a day before Christmas. So, film number 1. This is the semi-finals, the 2 rounds, the semi-finals. It is Monopoly. Des Ashton, look out behind you. Honestly, I'm going to go back to me early videos, because that Triffid wasn't a Triffid when I first started 3 years ago. Cheers, Des. It's also telling me that AJ was told to take it easy first 5 rounds, as the Tyson fight was... yeah, well, Mike Tyson, yeah, he got 20 million for being rigged, in my view. And, yeah, he was told. Somebody is saying, oh, he's suing AJ because he didn't follow the contract. No, AJ don't need it. I think he's going to give half of his money away to charity anyway. Right, so thank you, Stuart. Merry Christmas to you too, sir, and to yours. I hope you have a lovely Christmas in Dublin. And thank you for your support in 2025. Really appreciate it. So round 1, Miracle 34th Street is film 1. Home Alone is film 2. Oh, wow, Rich. That's so kind. So kind. Happy Christmas, and thank you for doing these lives. You're very kind, Rich. And again, thank you for your continued support during 2025. God knows what 2026 is going to be like, but I will continue to be in service of you, your families, and your communities, because these feckers, World Economic Forum, the Chinese Communist Party, and the socialists, the Marxists, Starmer et al., are ruining the country. This is a beautiful, green and pleasant land, if I may use that. And it's, no, we're not sitting back and allowing this. But we get on the case again in just 10 days or so's time. Phil Levan says, that plant needs a repot. It's listing. Yeah. It's kind of a 4 Triffid thing on one stump. It's got a massive pot. So if I go any bigger, it'll have its own postcode. But I am going to have to look at it in the new year. It just likes it in front of that window for some inexplicable reason. Right, votes. Right. Film 1, Miracle on 34th Street. Home Alone is film 2. So let's have a look at film 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Hang on. That's wonderful, Stuart. That really makes it all worthwhile. Thank you. Stuart says, thank you for everything in 2025, Adrian. You really woken me up a lot. I appreciate it. But this is a community. We've all got each other's backs, because 2026 is going to be wild. Proper wild. Right. Right, 3. Oh. Okay. Right. Miracle. It's Miracle. Through to the final. And let's have your votes very quickly, very, very quickly. It's a Wonderful Life is film 1, and film 2 is Snowman. Film 1, It's a Wonderful Life. Film 2, Snowman. Please vote as hard as you can. Carl, well, that's the... Yes, I did, Amalia. It was Miracle on 34th Street or Home Alone. But now we're into the final question. Let's let's have a look at this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9, 10, 11. Let me just count these again. Oh, Rusty's Roamings, thank you. Sorry, I was trying to count. Rusty's Roamings, thank you again for your support just by being here. Everyone that is here and smashing the likes and hyping, you're allowed 3 a week to anything that I do. I really appreciate it. So thank you to everyone for your support and kindness. It is truly appreciated. Thank you, Rusty Roamings. Rusty's Roamings. Does actually get some plant on the lights. Right, Mug Punter. There's your cherry gone. 1, 2, 8, 8. Right. Nikki, that's very kind of you. Thanks for all you've done this year, Adrian. Wishing you and your family a great Christmas. Merry Christmas to all in the chat. Stay safe. Be merry. PT Ham, don't worry. Thank you. I saw that. I'll do my Christmas greetings. How many did I say? It wasn't very. So, A Wonderful Life is film 1 versus Snowmen film 2. I'll do a right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ooh. Right. The important one. I'm now going to count up the It's a Wonderful Life. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16. Oh! It's a Wonderful Life beat Snowman. So let us see what the body of the Kirk deems the greatest Christmas film in the world ever. One final vote. Have they coloured It's a Wonderful Life? Oh, no, it's got to be in black and white. So, film 1 is... let me just do this. Make it quick. Come on, Adrian. So film 1 is Miracle on 34th Street. Final vote of the evening. Film 1, Miracle on 34th Street. And It's a Wonderful Life is film 2. So you're going to decide now with your vote, is Miracle on 34th Street the greatest Christmas film in the world ever, or is it It's a Wonderful Life? 2 tough films, if I may say. So let's have a look. Oh, this is going to be tight. I'll let you continue voting. Ooh. And while everyone's voting, thank you to everyone that's been in the Body of the Kirk tonight and every other live, even if it's on catch-up. There'll be those that, obviously, they've been very busy this evening. It's the run-up to Christmas. But those that have been able to be live with me tonight, I really appreciate it. And I do wish you and yours the most merry of Christmas and a peaceful time. But I've got some stuff coming over the next couple of days that I think you might just like. Sorry, both shite. Not very jolly this Christmas, apparently. Napoleon blown apart. Thank you for that. Right. If you're watching, Trading Places and Polar Express are the best, in my opinion, says David Graham. Yeah, they're not bad. They're not bad. But, many thanks, Adrian, from Marcia, for all you do for us, and Merry Christmas to everyone. Beautiful. Where's bloody... Let me get back down there. Right. Thank you for all the good wishes to everyone. This is a community. We look after each other. We've got each other's backs. We need to, considering all the shite that's flying around from the political classes. So that's one. Right. Okay. Let's have a look. Wow. Wow. So, The Body of the Kirk, the film that is considered the greatest Christmas film ever by the parishioners of the Body of the Kirk. We didn't allow Sister Mary, the 3 Austrian nuns, and or the Bishop of the Choir Boys to have any influence on this whatsoever. But the greatest film, Christmas film, in the world ever for 2025, It's a Wonderful Life by an absolute country mile. So I will watch it Christmas Day, and I think of you and our merry band of parishioners in the Body of the Kirk that has stuck by me in 2025, and I really appreciate it. We've got ideas for 2026. I'll kind of announce them Sunday. So there'll be a live next Sunday, the Sunday in between Christmas and New Year. There'll be a live on the Monday in between Christmas and New Year, and then I'm going to take it from there. I may do something New Year's Day, I may not, depending on my personal arrangements. But as I say, I wish you and yours the most peaceful, happy, harmonious Christmas. And I wish you everything that you wish for yourself in 2026 and more. So thank you to everyone for your votes. Thank you for your likes, your subscriptions, but most of all, your indulgence. And don't forget that if you feel so inclined, you can always hype some of my videos. And whatever you do, wherever you go over the next few days, be well, be happy, be safe. Always have Battenberg in, because you never know when you're going to get guests. My name's Adrian Allen. The Theatre of the Mind is not a show. It's a mission. And the mission is for truth, from the pulpit of truth. And we go hard, and we go again in 2026. I love you. Thank you. Look after yourself. And if I may be so bold, I've really enjoyed tonight's live. Little bits in there for you if you're into the news and stuff. But things that are coming over the next couple of days, I think, may just engage you and entertain you. And I wish you all well. Thank you very much for tonight's live, and thank you for the kindness from everyone. I really do appreciate it.